Chelsea have been handed a new set of motivation, or at least Nicholas Jackson has. There never seems to be a dull moment when you're a Chelsea fan. We will get into that a little bit later on in the video. As always, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel, and another solo watch along tomorrow over on The Byline, youtube.com/The Byline. The link is in the description. Join me for what is the beginning of a challenging start to the month. That's Chelsea welcome Brighton to the Bridge for the third time in 2023. And just as the Blues will be hoping to shake off their last results, Brighton will be looking to lift the curse that we placed on them in our previous meeting. It was all going well for De Zerbi and his team until they faced us in the Carabao Cup a few weeks ago now, back late in October. Back-to-back away defeats, including a 6-1 battering against Villa the game after we played them. Just one victory in the 7 games since, 4 draws, 3 of them ending in a 1-1. It's been a horrid run of form. As for Chelsea, we've got motivation on our side, and not just in the way of Brighton's average form, but Nicholas Jackson has taken it upon himself to request ASTRID WETT for motivation coming into this game. We've tried everything. Chelsea, we've tried everything, absolutely everything, for consistency, fight, a will to win, and nothing has worked. But Jackson has had the bright idea that ASTRID WETT could well be the key to success and consistency that we so desperately needed coming into this time of the year. It was staring us in the face all this time. How could we be so blind? We didn't need new players. We didn't need to spend over $1 billion in transfer fees. We didn't need quality tactics. We didn't need a manager who can command on from the touchline. What we needed was for the players to see ASTRID WETT. Can't you see that this could be the new lease on life that we needed this season? Recent form for the Blues, as a whole, has been pretty good. It's been all right, whilst a little bit hit and miss here and there. An unnecessary loss to Brentford a few weeks ago. In hindsight now, a loss to Newcastle that seemed harsh at the time. We were all very frustrated. We really were. But with the players all losing composure, as evidence in recent times, it was just a result that we have to come to grips with, that we were just not the better team on the day. Since playing Brighton in the Cup, we've seen 4 wins against Fulham, Burnley, Blackburn and Tottenham Hotspur, with draws against Arsenal and Manchester City. It's been a strong display. It has been a strong display, which has been slightly overshadowed by poor defeats, as mentioned before. However, with Christopher Nkunku now on the brink of finally appearing for Chelsea, that too could play as big a role in motivating these players as ASTRID's push. Possible return time could be as early as this game, as Pochettino claiming that we are making an assessment today, that being Saturday, the day before the game. But even with the possibility of this game, you'd expect maybe 10, 15 minutes here or there, at most, maybe less. Speaking of team news, Romeo Lavia is less likely to be involved as he is progressing a little slower than Nkunku. Reece James and Marc Cucurella are both suspended for 1 game, and as such will be missed this game. Potential lineups now are up in questions, with Caicedo now even being thrown into the mix when it comes to the back 4. However, with Badiashile now back fit and featuring more regularly since his return, I would expect to see our back 4 being all centre-backs. Disasi, we know, can feature at right back, so that's no problem short term. Colwill, too, who is back from a shoulder problem, can feature on the left, leaving Badiashile and Thiago Silva in the middle. In front of them, no issues there. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez either side of Conor Gallagher. Palmer, who perhaps underperformed for the first time in a Chelsea shirt against Newcastle, certainly not the only one in that game, will play on the right with Sterling on the left and Jackson down the middle. Or that's what I predict anyway. This game, it's got all the makings. It's got all the makings of a strange game, to say the least. life at the moment as a Chelsea fan is strange. It has been strange for years now. It's always been strange in reality, but never as strange as what we woke up to this morning. It's going to be a strange game as well, to say the least. Defensive would be the word. However, with Brighton now going 17 games in the league without a clean sheet and Chelsea registering just 3 in our last 20, goals are a guarantee. Or so you think. Predictions-wise, I'm going to say that a draw is obviously the most likely scenario. Brighton with 4 draws in their last 6 games with a run of 3 draws during that time, as we said, all of them 1-1 before their win against Nottingham Forest a couple of days ago. Chelsea with 2 high-scoring games in recent games, amongst other really high-scoring games, including the one against Tottenham, which was a win for us, but also 2-2 against Arsenal, 4-1 against Newcastle, and 4-4 against Manchester City. Goals left, right and centre. So naturally, I'm going to predict a 0-0 draw. I'm not confident coming into this game. It seems to be the running theme that everyone says, Harry, for the love of God, stop being smug. Stop smiling in your thumbnail. Stop predicting an easy win. I'm not predicting an easy win. A 0-0 draw is what I'm going for. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on everything going around the situation with Jackson as well. If you want to, get your thoughts down below. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for the solo watch along on the byline, youtube.com/the byline. My name is Harry. Up the Chelsea. Never a dull day. Up the Chelsea and peace.